Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another video. So in this lesson we are going to do some optimization. So I was originally going to do some more on the option script, but because that meant actually copying and pasting and reusing some of the same code that was in the main menu, I thought let's optimize this code first. So I'm in the main menu script and we can actually scroll down, and private bool, PS4, Xbox One controller, we can now get rid of those variables. So we don't need any of the code associated with this because it's now in the game manager script. We don't need it in two scripts, so we'll also delete them from the void start. And void update we can delete from string array joystick names and this for block. And we're just going to get rid of that. And now we're going to come to the void update. So I'm going to come here. So as you can see, I'm under if input get access vertical is greater than 0 and selected button equals 0. I'm going to begin to comment out code. So I will then scroll down and I shall end the commented out part just before this if time.delta is greater than or equal to time delay. But now all the code for the vertical controls and the select buttons is now gone. So, but there is a reason why I've commented this out, and it will become obvious because we're still going to reuse some of this code, so it's not all going to waste. Some of it is going to be reused. So first I'm going to come to if main menu vertical input timer is greater than 0. So I've added some brackets, and this is because we're going to have more than the single line of code we had before. Obviously this line can now go in the brackets. So now we're here, let's actually create another if statement inside. If open and close brackets, main menu, and we want a vertical input timer is less than 0. Let's put that in the comments. Vertical input timer is less than 0. We'll enter. We're going to make it equal to 0. Close the line off, and we'll just put that quickly in the comments. We've done this sort of thing many times before, so we can quickly just get the comment in and move on. So that's now going to prevent a negative in our vertical input timer. Then we're going to come to this if statement where if vertical is greater than 0 and select button is equal to 0 returned. We can leave that line as it is, but we are going to copy it. And just to let you know that the placement of code must match what I am doing here. It's very important. If the code's in the wrong order, it will not work correctly. So just be aware of that. And I'm going to change this to less than 0 and select button equals 3. So we have 4 buttons. Obviously the first button is 0, so that gives us a 3 here. I'm just going to change to negative in the comments. And actually, no, yes, we'll leave that as it is for now. We'll just change that into the comments. And we'll come below. So now we're actually going to come down and we're going to copy the first if block here that's commented out. And we want all of these lines, so make sure you've got the entire if block there. And we're going to change something. So first thing we need, and select button equals, we can get rid of all that and we'll remove it from the comments also. So let's have a look. This return statement's absolutely fine. So let's have a look. This line can be left as it is. Select a button. I'm going to use plus equal, and I'm going to use 1. So just a word of note here, we could just use plus plus, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use plus equals 1 because using plus plus sometimes I've attempted it with other things. In this case, can be read more than once, so it's just important that we make sure that it's only increased by 1. I found this method to be more reliable when dealing with inputs. So let's now copy that block and we'll paste it in below, and I'm sure you've guessed what we're going to do. Oh, in fact, this first block, we'll change that to less than for the plus 1. So the block we've just done, positive vertical equals a minus selected from the selector button. I know that seems quite odd, but obviously it's counting the numbers going up as we count down the buttons. So yeah, that's the reason I forgot with the first if if block here. So basically this is down on the analog stick, but we increase, and the opposite for this one. So we have up, which is the greater than symbol, and we minus. Now we've actually got that in place, we can go ahead and we can delete this code. And there's just one more thing to do. If we scroll down, as you can see, there's a red error here showing, which is just this if statement for PS4 or Xbox controller. We can just delete the entire line. We don't need that now. We'll save all, because everything's now with our controller manager. Everything is dealt with in other scripts, so we no longer need that in the main menu. Let's downsize and we'll hit play and we'll make sure this is all working still. And I'll just grab my controller. let's just come to the main menu script so we can see what's happening. Obviously we're looking at selected button here, and we're making sure it doesn't go too far, so obviously down, let's choose options. We can still choose the options. Select button is 2. If we come back out, I can go back in. Let's start 1-player game. Obviously 2-player we haven't done yet, and quit only works when we're in build, but as you can see everything is now working. If you can hear, I'm just pushing the analog stick multiple times just to make sure the time is working, so it doesn't skip over buttons. So hopefully you can hear that. I'll hit 1-player and we're in the game. So let's stop that there. So we've actually optimized this script quite a bit now, and this code is now ready to be reused, or at least some of it, within the options menu script, and in the long run it will actually save us more work. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this first lesson in optimization. Obviously there will be many more videos where we'll deal with optimization, but they'll probably be sporadic, I'll admit, so it'll be the odd video every now and again, but they will come eventually as the series continues. So we'll leave it here for now. As always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.